Alright, comparing the undisputed king of real estate gimbals, the Crane 3 Lab, with the new DJI RS2. You guys that follow me know that I've long been a proponent of this being the absolute best gimbal for real estate video in particular, for a couple reasons. Mostly this being able to hold it like this, you can literally hold it with one finger. The weight of the rig actually adds to the stability because the weight is below the grip versus balancing it above the grip. Puts the camera at a more real estate appropriate height. And then also being able to control ISO. I don't know if you can see it in this backlight, but I'm changing my ISO and I can change aperture, shutter speed, all with these buttons here, which is incredibly useful when you're filming and changing lighting conditions like we do. So I'm in love with the Crane for those reasons. Now the new RS2 has upped its game significantly. It doesn't add a rear handle, but it does add this bar to which you can add a rear handle. I added this small rig, which works really great. So that's just about as good as this handle. This one is obviously much more comfortable, rubberized, finger grooves in the front. You've got all the controls here, which is really nice. Start and stop, adjusting exposure and everything right here from this controller. The RS2 did add one great feature, whereas you can start and stop with this button here, which is nice. That's a must in my opinion, to at least to be able to start stop recording. But another thing that it did is it gave a programming mode to this front wheel here, where you can adjust aperture or ISO, not both, but you can at least adjust one of the two parameters with this scroll wheel. So as you can see here, I'm going to be on the scroll wheel here and I'm changing my aperture on the Z6. So I'm sorry, changing ISO. I use ISO much more often than I do aperture when filming real estate video. But you know, being able to control the camera from here at least and hold it in the natural underslung mode, it's not quite the same. The angle on it is a little wrong compared to the Crane. You know, it's at an angle, which isn't ideal. The Crane is more like, its center balance is like this, which is better, but this is pretty damn good. So bottom line is, you know, I've always given the DJI fanboys a hard time for always choosing the second best video gimbal for real estate video, because this is just simply superior. But now at least I won't be able to give those guys a hard time anymore, because the RS2 is just about there. It's a little larger, a little bulkier. I really appreciate the compactness, relative compactness of the Crane 3. It fits in a small case, but with the battery being able to detach on this, should be able to get it in the same case. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm going to film with the RS2 for the rest of the week, and I'll report back with more findings.